guys, it's Samantha, and today I'm coming at you with my third installment of my planner flip through for 2018. So this is starting in a new planner. I did sort of swing it around so that it wasn't super thick on one side and skinny on the other. Like I said in my other videos, I am a July to June planner, but I feel like flip throughs sort of happen by calendar year. I don't know, but I wanted to go through and do this because I haven't done a flip through in quite a while. So I'll have the other parts I've done linked down below, and you can always just go to my YouTube page and see all of the bits and bobs. So this was my July monthly, and I still wasn't quite sure what I was doing with monthly spreads there. And then I had sort of played around with my planning style a lot in my memory keeping and got my style sort of down. So everything from here on out, I really, for the most part, really love these spreads and how I did it. So this week was station stickers. All the hollow stuff is station stickers, and then I pulled in the Scribble Prints Co. glitter headers and extras and that sort of thing. I'm thinking I didn't use the header overlays because I probably didn't have hollow, but this hollow is so pretty. Yeah, we had a wedding this Saturday. This was like one of the last weddings of the season that we went to. Oh, this is when Joe took boards and the power went out and he forgot his headphones that he needed for the exam, and I had to like drive across town to like get them, literally in my pajamas, and I had like told him he needed to come out and meet me because I didn't put on clothes. Like I didn't even have a bra on, and it was pouring rain, and then he like wasn't responding, and I had to like walk into this testing center, and there were all these like doctors, and I was literally in my PJ shorts, like, and I like basically, I saw his bag and I was like, where is he? To like one of the girls, and she was like pointed to another door, like, who is this scary like woman with bedhead and PJs on? And I like gave him his headphones and was like, okay, bye, and like left. I was kind of PO'd, and then the power was out. I was just not thrilled with that day. And this was like a really crappy week overall. There was just like a lot of shit with this. And then this was my 4th of July week, and I really, 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 really love this one. This was, yeah, Joe started his 2nd year of residency. I love red and blue spreads. Like these colors are like the colors of my kitchen, like these exact colors. Like I have Fiesta ware in these colors, and it's all mixed and matched, and I'm a big fan. So I'm trying to think like what happened. I finished reading Strange the Dreamer. Did I take this? I must have taken this day as vacation. Yeah, because I took a bunch of 3-day weekends this summer because I had a bunch of vacation time that I could use. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I remember, and this is when I started listening to The Sun Is Also a Star, which was like really good. And then this was a glam planner kit. This might be the last, no, I used one in October. But what did I do this week? It looks like I took another 3-day weekend. I had like a bunch of 3-day weekends in a row. And I don't know why, other than, I know I went to Columbus. I think there was like a change in our work schedules, and I was supposed to work that Saturday, and I had already scheduled stuff, so then I just ended up taking a day of vacation, because if I work Saturday, then I'm off on Friday, and then we got a 4th librarian in our department, and that like threw off the Saturday rotation. I think this is when that happened. I think. Who knows? And then this was the week of the SPC planner party. I used 2 travel kits back to back because I like don't travel very often. And honestly, this is like my preferred way of traveling. I know this sounds really crazy. I like traveling by myself. I like that I'm in control. Like if I needed to go back to my hotel room, I could go back to my hotel room. When I went to my hotel room, I was completely by myself. Like I didn't have someone tossing and turning or like keeping me up, and it was just like I had complete control over what I was doing and when I was doing it and who I was doing it with. And like I had never really traveled, like gotten on a plane and flown somewhere by myself before this, and like the flight was less stressful because I feel like I'm always like the cruise director whenever I travel. Like I'm the person in charge of the tickets and like making sure Joe gets packed and like that he brings everything he needs. And it was so relaxing to just be like, okay, like I only have to worry about me. And I honestly, this is probably the most fun I've ever had traveling. And because I normally hate traveling. And this was really enjoyable. So I'm kind of looking forward to San Francisco and then Austin again this summer, just to travel by myself again. This was the week one of my best friends had her daughter. It was her second kid, Lucy. And then what else? This was the first, I got to go to the EC store. This was the day of the planner party. I tried to go out to 6th Street and I didn't even drink anything. And I was out with like Kirsten and Ryan from SPC and Allie. And then I like had a panic attack. They like thought my ID was fake at one of the bars, and like the guy was yelling at me and I had a panic attack. And I was really upset. And then I was just like, you know what? Like, I can't bring down everyone else's night. I ended up just taking a Uber or a Lyft or whatever back to the hotel. And then I ran into Mandy from like Mandy Plans, Mandy Dreams in the lobby. And she was waiting for Denise from Paper and Milk. And I ended up going to Carolyn's room with everyone. And that ended up being so much fun. Like, I'm so glad I ended up coming back and like running into Mandy in the hotel lobby, because that was like the most fun ever. And then Sunday I like stayed Sunday night too so I could have a day to just chill. I ordered brunch in bed, and then I went out with like Mandy, Denise, Shira, their boyfriends, and then Kittenish Girl, Jess, Denise and Shira's boyfriends, and we like went to Terry Black's. We went the Austin mural pics that I've posted on Instagram. I still have all of my like stories from the SPC planner party saved as like a highlight on my stories. So if you want to like check that out, we got gelato. And then they took me to get my very first baby's first boba. And then I went to the EC store again with Jess, and she enabled me to buy a Sherpa blanket, which is so comfortable. And then we sort of went our separate ways, and I just had like a me night. So I went to the pool, and like I took a book with me, but I ended up literally just sitting in the pool and like staring at a wall for like an hour and a half to just like absorb the weekend and like decompress and like take a deep breath. And I'm so glad I ended up staying Sunday night instead of like jumping back on a plane. It gave me time to just like relax. So then this was the week I flew home, which is why I did another travel week. So I did not sleep very well Sunday into Monday. I feel like all of everything that happened over like the last 3 days hit me like Sunday night. And I was just like tossing and turning all night, so I was exhausted. So I went and got a big old coffee at Starbucks, and then went to the airport, and they actually had a food truck at the airport, so I got breakfast tacos, which were really delicious. And then Joe was able to get out of work early to come pick me up at the airport. I thought I was gonna have to take like a Lyft home, and I was very excited that he picked me up. And it took forever to get our luggage. We were all like, it took like 45 minutes for our luggage to show up on the ramp. Like everyone applauded when the luggage showed up. It was kind of funny. And then I came home and immediately filmed my memory keeping plan with me for the previous week, so I could like remember everything that had happened. I think that's one of the best plan with me's I've ever filmed. If you want to go check that out. Plus that spread was just beautiful. And then Tuesday morning I edited that plan with me. I finished planning like filling in all the stuff that happened because I took my planner with me, but I didn't take stickers, and then like did this week. Joe was on call. This is when I went through, I was watching the Bold Type a bunch. What else? Oh, we had mud in the basement again, which was super annoying. I'm trying to think of what else. Looks like did I take a 3? No, I was working on Saturday. And I was just like really anxious and stressed out at work. This was when Joe and I started doing like the Giant Eagle, like our Giant Eagle date nights kind of thing. Because I was feeling like I really hate grocery shopping, and then that like made it into a fun thing, and like both of us were doing it together. I'm a fan. And then this was like the lamest monthly ever, but like there was just nothing really going on in August. August is like our month off of programming at work, which is what I needed. Like it was just a really downtime kind of month, but like August felt like it went on forever. Like there's some months where I feel like I blink. Like December was one of those. Like I felt like I blinked and December was over. But like July, I was like, or August, I mean, I felt like the month was never gonna end. Probably because there was just like nothing going on at work, and there weren't people really coming in. Like August is just sort of like a bleh, dead month. So this was Joe's birthday week, and if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know I try to always incorporate a rubber duck into Joe's birthday week spread, so this was the perfect kit to use. It matched the August colors, it matched the July colors, and it had rubber ducks in it. So, what did we do? This was like a really crappy week at work. Like not for it was like the people that like not people in my department, but like people in another department like started, don't want to get into it, but like someone started a really false and like nasty rumor about me, and people were like talking about me a bunch, and like I had to go to HR, and it was just like a nightmare because it was impacting. It ended up being fine. Like the people that mattered knew that it was completely fabricated, and everyone else like got a talking to. So that was just like part of why all these like the anxiety and stuff like over these few weeks was really, really terrible. I did my Target pickup to get, Joe was on call. I got all of his birthday gifts. I got him the Switch for his birthday. And a couple of games, and then this was Joe's birthday, and we went to Brentwood Tavern in the afternoon, which has a really good happy hour deal. There's a bunch of them in Northeast Ohio, but they do like half-priced apps and flatbreads, and like all their house wines and like mixed drinks and stuff are like super discounted, so we usually go like on weekend afternoons for a really affordable like date afternoon sort of thing. So then I actually really like this kit, even though there's like no deco. Like it was just a very soothing, calm kit. I intentionally did not use any foil this week. I just wanted to keep it like neutral and chill, and I honestly really love how this turned out. This was one of the first I think I used that Station Stickers photo kit in May or something, but I had not used very many photo kits up until this point. I did that, like my first Love Shiver order came in. Again, like a really bad week of like anxiety, crying. I don't know why Joe is the best. I'm guessing he like did something really sweet for me. Like when I came home, he maybe had like a glass of wine for me or had cleaned up stuff or something. I don't know. I ended up staying home. I got my period on Wednesday, and I had terrible cramps, which is why I was like late coming in on Wednesday. I stayed home because I just had awful cramps, and like I'd had such bad anxiety, and sometimes it's like harder to deal with pain if you're just really anxious. I remember I like sat at my desk and cleaned up my desk that day, because I could just like sit at my chair, but I had like a huge mess everywhere. More bad anxiety, because that's like how it do. Joe and I think went to Olive Garden. I think that's what we did. And then we played a bunch of Mario and Rabbids like this day. We got, that was when DoorDash was doing like free delivery, like no delivery fees for like a whole month. So we did a bunch of like DoorDash for like the rest of the month. I bought fall candles. Ooh, I loved like the next 2 weeks are perfection. So these were both station stickers kits, and then I pulled in like an additional color with Scribble Prints Co. multicolor. So I pulled in the red to complement, like there were some little accents of red like in the kit, but all of the like extra stuff was like this kind of mustardy yellow and the blue and like the tan. And I decided to like pump up the color a notch, and I brought in all of this like strawberry color red, and I think it just turned out so beautifully. I absolutely adore this week. I think this is one of the best weeks I've ever done. It still makes me so happy to look at it. I also, these work labels are from Love Shira. They're foiled, so this is all, I think this kit was champagne gold, but at the time I only had like gold foil stuff. So what happened this week? We played a lot of Mario and Rabbids. What did I do? This was my insane day. So I worked from 9 in the morning till 8 at night because I had to do multiple table sits. Like, it was just, this was back to school, was crazy. Like, I did so many table sits. So then this was another table sit like all day Saturday at like this big expo thing with like a few thousand people there, and it was nuts. And I ended up leaving, like, it was over at 3, and I like wheeled all my stuff back to the library, and I like got back to my desk, and I was like, my boss wasn't back yet because she like had to pack up like the tent and bigger stuff, and I was like, and she didn't answer her phone, and I was like, asked one of the other librarians, I'm like, do you think if blah 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 would mind if I just left now? Because I was here, like, I worked like an 11-hour day on Thursday. Can I just like leave and take my like plus time? I can't get a hold of her, she's not answering her phone, and I just ended up texting her and being like, I left at 3:30, I'm taking plus time, like, peace out, see you Monday. And that was a good decision, because I was done. Like, I was done with this day. It was a lot. And then this was another kit. I pulled in this yellow, like, because there were a lot of like yellow gold sort of accents in the kit, like the croissant. So I pulled in a bunch of yellow multicolored, these Clever Gal Crafts hearts, a lot of SPC. Moonlight Paper Co. has good yellow stuff. But this was, again, another champagne gold. You can see. What else happened this week? A lot of going to bed early. I think this is when, like, I was so tired all of the time. Like, you can see, this is when it started getting, like, now I know were, like, lupus symptoms, but this is when I was, like, just so exhausted all the time, and I could barely function, and it was really bad. Not, like, every day, but you'll start to see, like, more of, like, going to bed really early, so tired, that kind of stuff. And then this was my super basic September monthly. I just like wrote stuff in with pen. I kept it really simple. Not a whole lot going on here. I really, really loved this week. So this is gold foil. And I'm using like some of the SPC foil overlays. Still tracking my dinners. What happened this week? I, fell down the K-pop rabbit hole. I like started watching some like the BTS, whatever that song was, that I'm blanking on the name of. And then I started watching like Monsta X and all the, and like for 3 hours I was watching like K-pop music videos. And I was like, I blame Carolyn. There's so many things in my life where I'm just like, this is probably Carolyn's fault. Like I wouldn't know about this except for Carolyn. And then, I got lunch with my friend Sylvia. I got an arc of A Very Large Expanse of Sea, which I was thrilled about. It was one of my favorite books of 2018. This was a really fun night. I had wine. I got an arc of Grim Lovelies, which was but like it was a really easy, fast read. So I just like was sitting in bed and reading and drinking wine, and I had popcorn, and like I've done that a lot of weekend nights. Like that's been my thing, like to sit in bed with a glass of wine and a bowl of popcorn and just like relax and read on like a Friday or Saturday night. And my allergies were going nuts like this whole week. This like happens in the spring, like usually a week or two in the spring and a week or two in the fall. Like I don't feel sick, but I will literally just sneeze nonstop. And it's just really, really annoying because I hate being congested or being like snotty. And it doesn't feel like a cold. Like I don't get sinus pressure or like where I can't breathe at all, but it's just like my nose won't stop running and it's totally allergies. What else? Yeah, I can't stop sneezing. This whole week is like allergies, sneezing, all the fun stuff. I loved this week. I was able to use the Bloomsicle washi that matched this kit, like the clip art from this kit, and it's so pretty. I ended up using like all rose gold, except this is gold because I didn't have rose gold holidays for whatever reason. And then I guess this is gold too, but it's kind of like a more champagne-y gold. I thought this science washi was appropriate for like bow to school, and then I just ended up putting that quote that was on normal sticker paper over. I really like how that turned out. I didn't use any full box overlays because I don't think I had rose gold overlays at the time. I ended up going foil crazy later and I alternated, but I still really like how this turned out. And that's gold too. I have rose gold now, and that from Clever Gal Crafts, her like house icons, because that's the one thing with the Scribble Prints Co. new format. She does not have a lot of cleaning or like house icons the way she used to, like vacuuming, or there's like the one laundry machine, washing machine sticker, but there's no like spray bottles or any of that kind of stuff. So I've been pulling more like icons, and even on her foil, like I don't think there's like a spray bottle. So I pull Clever Gal Crafts stuff in to mark like home things. And I love these Magic Prints Co. coffee cups. I think those are really cute. I got my arc of Muse of Nightmares, which like emotionally wrecked me. I cried like 3 times while reading it. And then this is when I started, this is the week I started the Clockwork. When did I start Clockwork Angel? Maybe I started Clockwork Angel this weekend, and then Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess. I do not like, I think I've talked about this before in my monthlies, I do not like the Mortal Instruments very much. Like the first trilogy was like average, like it was a fun read, but like not anything to write home about, and I thought the second trilogy of Mortal Instruments was the dumbest thing I'd ever read. I actually just entirely skipped the 5th book and read a synopsis because nothing happened in it. And I didn't feel like I missed anything just jumping into the 6th book, so whatever. But I love the Clockwork series. What's it called? The Infernal Devices or whatever. I really like that, the whole Clockwork trilogy, and then the new one with Emma and Jules, which I can never remember what like they're called, the trilogies. I really, really like that trilogy too. Oh, okay, yes. This is like one of my first really extra like all foil everything weeks. So this was like all hollow. This is Girl Boss Anna overlay, which I like wrinkled. That was totally on me. I love this Kittenish Girl Jess artwork. Just everything about this. I did, even though this is like silver, I had to pull this in because of the Moon Simply Gilded washi tape in there, so it's in here a couple times. I pulled in this hollow from the Galaxy kit. This was just a really, really good week. I love these colors so much. So you can see, like, this is when I started sleeping in like really late, because I normally like get up really early to like get stuff done, and then I started like sleeping in as late as I can, and this is sort of like, I was so tired all the time. That's part of like why I was reading more, because like all I could do was like sit and read or sit and watch like Great British Bake Off. This is when I started watching Great British Bake Off, like rewatching it again. Like I went back and rewatched all the old seasons. I went and got tea at Angel Falls, which is like a coffee shop in Akron, with my friend Sylvia. I read, this was Lady Midnight, like I was burning through these books like so quickly. I finished Clockwork, whatever, tea and audiobook, yeah. Clockwork Princess, and jumped into Lady Midnight, and I ended up buying the physical book so I could, because I worked on Saturday. I think I bought the ebook so I could read it, because we didn't have a copy on the shelf, and I wanted to read it while I was at work and I was listening on audio, and I ended up buying the ebook, I think, which is really, I don't buy ebooks normally, but you know, I own the physical book now too, and I own the audiobook. So I feel like everyone did rose gold with this, but I went bold. I did hollow because I had this amazing Girl Boss Anna crystal overlay, like washi, and I wanted to use this so badly. And I kind of think the hollow works like with the purples. I feel like hollow goes well with purples. And it just felt like really crystally and like magical. So what happened? Oh, I can't remember which one that was. I get asked out a lot when I'm on the desk at work, but they're always like by really creepy people who like ask me out in really bizarre ways, like seductively reading me one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, which has happened. And like some guy like tried to ask me out and then like yelled at me about the females for like 10 minutes. I like just got up and walked away from him and like went into the back. I was like, I can't handle this. I've like called security on guys like multiple times. It's what happens when you're a woman and you work with the public, which is really unfortunate, but it happens. Ooh, this is when I got my paper and milk stuff in, a month till my birthday. Oh, this is when I ordered, all my books came in. I requested a bunch of ARCs this day and then proceeded to like not review any of them because I got sick and like did not read for the month of October other than Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed. This is when I was just really tired. And I like really overcommitted myself for the fall. Like I ended up having to drop like a bunch of stuff. And yeah, give myself space, chill out. Like I was just literally would sit and like do my puzzle and listen to my audiobook or read. That's like all I did for September and October. And then this is my last spread for this quarter, and I love this kit so much. You guys know my like love-hate relationship with orange, but then every kit, I always say I don't like orange, and then every kit with orange in it is one of my favorites that I've ever done. So this was an SPC mystery, and I did champagne gold. So there's like the champagne gold web headers from Rose Colored Days, and some of these leaves are from Rose Colored Days, and some of them because the SPC Gold goes more champagne, so that's why I went with champagne with everything else. And I was just such a fan. There's so much foil on this. I have the Girl Boss Anna, like, leaf overlays. Everything about this was so extra fall. I loved it. So yeah, like, sleepy. This is, like, looking back, like, I never really paid attention, like, how stressed out, like, and tired I was, and how often I was writing this in my planner. And, like, we were eating out, like, a ton because I just had no energy to cook. Yeah, it's crazy looking back at this. Like, I know some of these things, like, I remember being so tired, and, like, just things like eating out a ton usually means I'm really stressed out and exhausted if I'm not cooking. But yeah, so this is one of the last normal weeks before I started getting really sick. Like, normal, like, I wasn't having fevers yet, and, like, the really bad joint pain. I was just really tired. So yeah, but again, like, I love this. I love this spread so much. It's so pretty. I don't think anything. Oh, the Akron Marathon, the traffic getting out of downtown was insane because everyone had to pick up their bibs Friday night. It was nuts. I was like, it took me like 20 minutes to move like half a block. And then, like, once I got out of downtown, it was fine, but I was just like, are you kidding me? I was over it. All right. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the third quarter of 2018. Like I said, I'll have the other videos linked in the description, and then I'll also be posting my fourth quarter video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye, guys.